Hey folks, welcome back to Viper Island. This is your full report on all of the latest G.I. Joe Classified reveals. Let's get into it. First up, the Hasbro team talked about the Cold Slither 4-pack, which is this year's G.I. Joe San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Now, since we've already talked about that extensively, we're not going to waste any time on that. Let's talk about what else is new. For name-only reveals, Hasbro announced the following future releases. The Renegades. The Hasbro team confirmed Mercer and Sergeant Slaughter are on the way as a 2-pack. And it's unofficial, but Taurus and Red Dog are on the way as well. Then there's Battle Armor Cobra Commander, Monkey Wrench, and Major Blood. None of this is news. We've been talking about these figures over the last month or two. Then let's jump over to the digital renders. In total, there were 4 digital render reveals. Snake Eyes version 4, the MMS and Colonel Hawk, and this will be an Amazon exclusive. Then 2 retro card figures, the retro card Green Shirt Trooper and the retro Cobra Bat. The Hasbro team confirmed that the final retro card wave of 2025 is only 2 figures, the Green Shirt Trooper and the Cobra Bat. A retro version of Major Blood would have been the 3rd, but they apparently bumped him to the mainline wave instead. As a result, for the first time, a retro card wave will only be 2 figures. The 3rd slot has been officially cancelled. Then over to the pre-orders. There were 7 pre-order reveals this time. First up, we have Blowtorch. This one has some slight color variations from the vintage style, which opens the door for a retro Blowtorch in the future. Tony from the G.I. Joe team said that they gave Blowtorch muted colors. His helmet is removable. Blowtorch does have a head sculpt underneath that is separate. This features some reuse from Torch, including the flame blast effects and the backpack with tanks. This is a new flamethrower. If you're a fan of Blowtorch, the muted colors might bother you, but overall, we want your thoughts on this. Does it look like Blowtorch? Are you happy with the design? Lenny said that the disc-like shapes on Blowtorch's outfit made no sense, so he looked into it to find out if it's based on anything real, but it's not. So he decided to do something new instead, and he calls the modernized diodes dampeners. Essentially, Lenny says that this is supposed to be a diode that connects to the armor as a cooling system for inside his gear. That way, when he's in the middle of a fire, he stays cool. Lenny says that he chooses to believe that this is supposed to be a protective suit for Blowtorch, something that serves a function. The helmet and mask are both removable, and he has a full portrait on the head sculpt with hair, not a balaclava. The mask goes on first, and the pipe, that connects to his vest. Then the helmet slides on over top, the mask is crystal clear, and Lenny said it all fits together really tight. Then next we have Footloose. This is the vintage style of Footloose, and it's hard to imagine what changes will be made to a retro Footloose, unless it's just a different shade of his camo. For accessories, this includes a machine gun, a handgun, a knife, a backpack, a helmet, and a bazooka. Next, Darklon. This version of Darklon has a vintage-inspired look. It's a love letter to the original design, with some modern touches to make him pop. A green top with bold black stripes, a chest holster for that battle-ready feel. Black plated armor on his upper right arm, paired with wrist gauntlets for extra menace. His maroon cargo pants feature a leg armor reminiscent of the iconic Cobra Vipers. He has black and green gloves and black boots for a clean, cohesive finish. And the cherry on top, gold cartridges sculpted onto his right boot. The attention to detail here is top tier, making Darklon a perfect addition to any Cobra lineup. Next, Frag Viper. When designing Frag Viper, Lenny thought the 80s design of Frag Viper's sashes were not practical for someone who was throwing grenades, so they modernized it with a bit more of a technical outfit, and they also kept one sash to denote the rank of the squad leader, and it can be removed. Next, it's Law and Order. The military police officer, Law, is using the Outback body mold, which is one of the best figure molds in all of Classified. This is great news for anyone who's excited to get Law and Order. For accessories, Law includes everything that you would expect him to come with. An Uzi, a nightstick, a knife, a pistol, handcuffs, a removable black watch, a flashlight on his belt, a leg holster for his Uzi, his signature removable white MP helmet, and 4 pairs of hands. On his vest, there's a lot of intricate sculpting. His police badge, a holster for his pistol, a CB radio attached to a hand microphone on his shoulder. And on his belt, this is something new, he has a loop for his nightstick to be holstered on his right hip. Meanwhile, the German Shepherd Order has a brand new sculpt. He has 2 head sculpts, one is his good boy look, the other one, he's an attack dog. He also has a head cover with black goggles, and the holes allow this to fit snugly over his ears. Next, It's the Mass Device Divers 2-pack. This is G.I. Joe vs. Cobra. Once again, we've covered this extensively before, so there's nothing new here. Let us know in the comments if you're planning on getting this. And if you are you actually interested in the divers, or are you only collecting it for the Mass Device elements? Next, the Cobra Snake Armor. The Hasbro team showed off the Cobra Snake Armor, and it has fuel tanks and a jetpack on the back. The arms feature a little bit of articulation. There's room inside for a figure to pilot the Snake Armor, but there's no figure included. We've discussed the Snake Armor quite a bit so far. If you're sold on this, let us know how many you plan to buy. In the end, Tony from the G.I. Joe team wanted to share a quick sneak peek of something extra, but Emily shut that down without any hesitation, basically saying that after 5 months of no communication and no live streams, she thinks that G.I. Joe fans don't deserve more.
Should give him a Yo Joe on 3?
We should. Can I give him one little sneak peek?
You know what? I don't think so today.
No.
No. I think you guys have got a lot of sneak peeks today. I think we're good.
All right.
Yeah. No, we're...
Denied.
Emily's throwing the hammer down today.
No surprise there. Drop your reaction in the comments below. And there was no mention of Sci-Fi or Night Viper. We were expecting digital renders to be shared of those two, as Snake Eyes version 4 is from the same wave. But then again, so is Monkey Wrench, and he was only included as a name-only reveal. Problem is, already announced Monkey Wrench in the past, so there was no need to include him as a name-only reveal a second time. And as always, we want your takes in the comments section. Today's Viper Island question of the day is, which reveal are you most excited about? Is there any particular figure that you're blown away by? Or do you feel they missed the mark? We definitely want to hear from you guys. So whatever your thoughts are, sound off in the comments. Alright, so we're back for mail time, and this should be a fairly fast one, Dex. But this package, it was sent to us by Ritchie, and he's in the Netherlands, other side of the world from us. And then this took its time going around the world, even getting lost. Ritchie and I have been talking, and we both thought this package will never show up. Sure enough, here it is.
It's Cobra Commander.
Oh, the retro Cobra Commander pays homage to the classic 1980s design. This has modern articulation and detailing, and he has a chrome faceplate. This has that vac metal finish. I love it. He has a deep blue uniform with silver accents, a sleek helmeted head sculpt, and a regal, commanding presence as he always should. He doesn't come with a lot of accessories, but he does have his signature pistol, some extra sets of hands, his vintage little backpack or holster, whatever you want to call it, a dagger, and a figure stand. And of course, packaged in retro-style card back packaging. In my opinion, this Cobra Commander is a must-have for collectors, and that's what we see right here, like smooth finish all over the figure.
It's a really good figure.
Yeah, not a lot of texture, like so smooth, right? Pretty fun seeing a retro Cobra Commander like this. I got this from my brother when I was a little kid for Christmas one year, and never had it myself. So this is really cool. This means a lot to me. My first real Cobra Commander for G.I. Joe Classified. I don't consider the first one that came out Cobra Commander himself. This is the guy that we all recognize and remember from back in the day. Dex, let's get your thoughts here.
I love the helmet he has, though. I like the metallic finish that he has. It's like an actual mirror. His belt looks really cool, too.
Right? That is such a good belt. This is a must-have, like I said. This is a keeper.
It's a really good figure. I like all the different paint taps he has and the sculpting on him and everything. It's a really good figure. I love the helmet, too.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones so far. Again, looks like a very simple figure, but it's exactly the way he should be.
I like how the retro one actually has the metallic faceplate instead of just kind of a silver one. The other one is nice with all the different gold accents and stuff, but I like the silver on this one a lot.
Yeah, I like the first one. It seemed very formal, and then this is just Cobra Commander. So it's fine to have fancy versions, and there's exclusive ones, right? There's the Regal one, there's the Snake Supreme. I've been waiting for this. Now, a lot of people out there want the hooded Cobra Commander. Hasbro has said a few times, and they don't want to talk about it anymore, that they're not going to do that. They're not going to make it. A lot of people are still holding out for the chance that possibly Hasbro will do it. I don't think they will. I hope I'm proven wrong, but at the same time, it's understandable why they don't, but ultimately it's not up to us.
I think this is one of the top figures in Classified because all the different accessories that he has on him, the backpack is so good and iconic, and everything about him is just really good.
So top 10 all time?
Yeah.
I think you might be right. It's not deluxe, but it doesn't need to be. I think it's the perfect Cobra Commander. I wouldn't mind having a hooded Cobra Commander. I want this one more. This is the one I've been waiting for. I know, Dex, you were really waiting for this guy. You were excited, I think, even more than I was. And this is one of the figures I was waiting to get. I just knew I could be patient. Thank you so much, Ritchie. However long this package took to get to us, I do appreciate that Ritchie went to the effort of sending it to us. This is going to be definitely at the forefront of our collection.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that does it for this episode of Viper Island. Thanks for watching. Big thanks to Ritchie.
Yeah.
You can check him out. I'm putting his link in the description below, so you can go visit him on Instagram. Thanks for watching Viper Island, and we'll see you guys next time. And there you have it. You've made it to the end of this episode, and we really appreciate that. Thumbs up down below. And we would love it even more if you take just 1 second of your time. Make sure that down below you are subscribed to the channel. We ask that you do, because that guarantees that we definitely get to see you back here again next time. Thanks for tuning into Viper Island, your one-stop shop for all things G.I. Joe. When there's relevant news, we'll be here to discuss all of it, together with you. Thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, have a great day, and yo Joe!